my name's Mickey. In today's video, we are at Homestead Miami Speedway. Shout out to Timepiece Trading. Neil, thank you so much for inviting us out on this beautiful day for this track day. But guys, look at this. The 997.2 GT3 RS is about to embark on its first track experience. I never thought I'd be here. I normally review my cars on the road and tell you how they feel, but today I'm gonna be able to take this around the racetrack and see what the legend is all about, and I'm super excited. Now guys, bear with me. I'm not a great driver, especially when we put me in a car that's manual, that has, you know, a little bit of bias towards the rear. I may kill myself. Let's hope I don't, but anyways guys, let's go for some laps in the RS. Here we go, out to red line. Oh my goodness, this Mezger pulls so hard. Little rev match, and we're out to the track. All right, let me get used to this thing because I haven't driven one of these on the track before. Oh my God, the balance. This is my first time ever in the 3RS on track, and I'm terrified. You can see by the beads of sweat dripping down my forehead that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know the car, and I don't know the track. Onto the power. Wow! All the torque is at 7 or 8,000. Onto the braking point. Rev match, trail braking in, turning in, and out. What a machine. Fourth, braking zone, down to third, trail brake in. Dude, this thing stops on a dime. Shout out to Zweck for getting me these gyro disc rotors. Out to red line. Oh my God, I'm sweaty. 120 miles an hour down the back straight, turning in, carrying not that much speed, but it's so much fun. The first thing you notice in a couple corners is how much front end grip this car has. Jesus, this front end is incredible. You just point the nose where you want it to go and the car turns in. I wasn't expecting this from a car made in 2011. Wow, it just turns in if you get the weight rotated to the front. You can hear the front tire squealing a little bit. Oh, right here. And power out. Out to red line. Shifter is so crisp too. Down the third, onto the braking zone, rev match, actuating that machine gun like shifter and turning in. These gyro disc rotors and pads are incredible. If you have a 997 3RS, I recommend you make the switch because these brakes have incredible feel. They've got zero fade, and the more you get on them on a track, I feel like they get even more comfortable, which means that you can brake later and lap even faster. I just gotta focus, man. Wow. Turn it in, and cool down lap. All right, so here in the cool down lap, I'm cooling off a little bit. Let me turn down the AC a little bit. What a machine. Dude, rolling through your own gears on a track, there's nothing quite like it because you have to worry about hitting your apexes, looking for your brake zones, and rev matching and downshifting. I would imagine it would take a little bit of while to get used to it, but the crazy thing about this car is it has so much grip. If you trail brake into a corner and you turn in, the front just grips and it never ever washes out, which is crazy. Now, if you're too aggressive on the brakes, the back gets a little light and sometimes it skips out when you turn in too aggressively. But that's the character of this 997 generation GT3 RS. It is so characterful. It has such a sense of humor and it's just made to have fun on a racetrack like this. It really is the epitome of what it is to have fun in a situation like this. I can't even talk because I'm sweaty, but overall, The way it turns in is incredible. The way it brakes with those gyro disc rotors and pads is incredible. The way that Mezger pulls to redline is ridiculous. And then you have that crazy heavy clutch and this machine gun actuated shifter. When you click it into place, it's the most satisfying thing in the world. So what are my first impressions of this thing on the track? Holy shit, this is good. I would love to see this car in the hands of a professional instead of me taking it at this pace around this racetrack, because I'm sure it would blow my mind. Oh, yo, what a experience. The 997.2 GT3 RS is everything you'd think it'd be on a racetrack. I love this Mezger flat six. This 3.8 revs so hard to redline, and it's got so much torque. It's crazy because on this back stretch I was hitting 130 miles an hour, and that's a lot more than I was expecting. But then when you actuate that clutch and that shifter, it provides such a level of visceralness and rawness, and it engages you and ties you to the car as if you were married. I love that experience. But those aren't the things that are most impressive about this car. The turn-in, the steering feel, oh my God, the steering's so light in my hands, and the way that the car rotates. Now, because this car is rear biased, it does have a little tendency to step out when you misbehave. Like if you go too hard into a corner on the brakes and there's no weight on the rear of the car and you turn in, the back of the car comes out a little bit. But that's awesome because you do a little correction and you're on your way. At no point in time did I feel in danger. It's a lot less intimidating than I thought. But where does that leave us now? Well, I'm gonna try to go out and improve my lines because they suck and get a little bit faster. So see you on the track. I need to slow down coming out of the pit lane. Out to third. And on to the brakes. Rev matching to third. Rev matching to second. And turning in. Dude, this thing turns in so nicely. Power out. Don't want to upset the balance of the car. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking, because I kind of know the track. In we go. Back end got loose a little bit. Holy shit. I feel a lot better about these set of laps here. So at this point, I'm getting way more comfortable in the car. I've learned how to trail brake it. I've learned the balance of the car, and I know that the car is gonna brake when I want it to brake. Then I know out of the corner, it's going to pull as long as I keep the engine over 5,000 RPM. This confidence is allowing me to go faster and faster and faster every single lap. 450 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and sub 12-second quarter miles. Here down the straightaway is where you can feel this thing pull all the way to redline. But now I feel like we're moving. Yo, yeah. Holy shit. Wow.
Dude, this thing grips.
This thing grips. What a experience. The first adjective that I can use to describe this on this final pull down lap is the immense amount of grip that it has. But it's so dependent on your braking pressure. If you let go of the brakes too early and you don't hold them enough, then the front kind of washes out. And then if you let go of the brakes too late, the back washes out. So you have to maintain this thread where you keep the brake pressed in and then you ease off as you turn in, and then you completely get off when you get it straight to push the car. Now, I'm not a race car driver by any means, But by the end of these few laps, I actually caught up to a couple of the guys in the group. And I think if you give me 5 or 6 laps more, this car just gives you a stupid amount of confidence to push it. So yes, I am in love. The best $280-some thousand purchase I've ever made, guys. What a experience. So you guys saw in the beginning of the video how stressed out I was. And the more I drove the car, the more I learned it, the more I mastered it, the more comfortable I became. And ultimately, by the end of this track day, I was catching up to everybody on a session by the second lap. And that is incredible. That's a true testament to how much of a legend the 2011 GT3 RS is. All right, guys, that's the 997.2 RS on track. Before I let you know my final thoughts, thank you, Timepiece Trading, again, guys. I love you, man. This is super generous. But this thing is unbelievable. The first thing you notice is just how glorious that Mezger Flat 6 is, all the way to 8,400. I love how it sounds, how it delivers the power. And honestly, on that last lap, I was catching up to the Huracans. And the funny thing is, this car is underpowered. With these mods, it makes probably like 450 at the tire. But the point is, it is such a monster around turns. It has so much grip, it has so much balance, and it gives you so much confidence as a driver to push it, get to know it, adjust, and go again. And the more laps I do, the faster I become. It is awesome learning how to modulate that brake pedal, because if you brake too late, you're understeering. If you brake too hard and stay on the brakes and turn, the back is sliding out. It is a machine, and I feel like the more and more I get used to it, the better I'm gonna become driving it. But overall, guys, it's what I thought. It's as good as all the reviews on Top Gear. It's as good as everything you've ever seen. It is a legend, and there's no doubt in my mind that this car is gonna continue to go up in price, and if you can get your hands on one, go and do it right now. Apart from that, I'm out of breath, I'm sweaty. That thing's no joke. Go down below, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care.